morning, all you cool cats and kittens. It's breakfast at Big Cat Rescue, and Cameron is roaring in the background. And Max is enjoying his food. What did you get? Fred, why do you guys stay with them while they're eating?
We stay with them just to make sure that they're eating well. And then as they eat, we take the time to go around, check the size of the cat, make sure if they're not eating on one side, it might lead to other complications if we see that something's wrong.
So he has a healthy appetite.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Go see how how Marianne and good morning.
Morning.
Is she eating all her food?
Yes.
Oh, she thought I was going to take it. I'm not going to take your food.
Encourage her to eat so we can eat. And she's sometimes faster, and then she runs over and wants to.
She's faster than Max? Wow.
But he's getting better.
Are you making him snarf down his food too fast? Come around here so that I don't chase her further away from our lockout.
Somebody's coming to get my food.
Or the trap me.
Right. It's that trappy lady.
Yeah, that's the only time they see me when it's bad news. There is a little bit more. You should go get that.
Refuge in her morning diet.
Pardon?
Refuge in her morning diet.
Having
It's
a
a
little
regular.
side salad.
There you go.
Good job.
Right there.
Rich is looking out for you.
There's some more over here on this side. There you go.
Wow. Sally says good afternoon from South Africa.
Whoa. Got some still out there. There's some out there. There's a piece right there. Get that?
Get that down there. These little boxes that they're fed in are called lockout, and that's exactly what they're for. It is for locking them up, and they know it. We try to make that their happy place where they get fed and water every day. We're supposed to give them their treats in there as well, so that they're always happy to go to lockout. Oh, it is Saturday, isn't it? I lose track of the days. Yeah, I'm always hesitant to say good morning or good evening because I know whenever you guys are logging in from all around the world, it's not that time of day, which sounds kind of weird. I don't know if you can hear Rich in the background, but he's calling lockout to try and get her to go into lockout because that's the code word for them to go in there. You do take your time, don't you? See, we're ever good at that goodness. This morning we will be going live on the Dodo probably about 9:30. In fact, I need to let the Dodo know that it's going to be about 9:30. The vet is here and he's getting the sedation drugs ready to sedate Gabrielle, the tiger. And so once he does that, I think his plan was to actually sedate her at 9 o'clock, and then it's usually another 20 or 30 minutes before she actually goes to sleep. I may go live here at Big Cat Rescue loading her into the transport wagon, but I promised the Dodo I would do the early part of her exam in the cat hospital on their channel. So be watching for us here and there. Be sure that you are subscribed to both and that you have clicked in the little drop down under the like button, I think it is, that you click that you want to see those things first in your news feed so that we show up when we go live. Wow, it's almost Sunday. That's amazing. Well, tell us how tomorrow turns out. Yes, Shauna is correct. When Gabrielle was first arrived here, she had come from a tiger mill where they were constantly breeding tiger cubs for people who ignorantly pay to pet them. And that's a very cruel industry. She had been at a breeding mill called Huesa Aguila, and when it went under, she went to another one in Colorado. And when that shut down, she and 4 other tigers came here. Priya was one of those tigers, and the day after she arrived, we had to remove a 20-pound mass from her belly. It was a hydrometra that could have killed her in an instant. And Gabrielle was all swollen in the belly too, and so we were concerned that she had the same problem. We sedated her, and it turned out she was just fat. And you might think, well, they must have at least been eating all of their fat, but that's not the case. They feed them the worst scraps of meat, with the fat off of the meat. And so it creates a cat who looks very fat, but is very unhealthy. So we sedated her. We didn't see anything then because she was so fat. And then several months later, all of those cats that came from Colorado had about the worst teeth I think I've ever seen on tigers. Because when they pull them from their mom, they can never put them back with the mom. So they pull them away usually when they're only a few days and sometimes even just a few hours old to use as pay-to-play props where people pay to have their picture made of the cubs. And the diet that's commonly fed is kitten milk replacer or puppy milk replacer. It's not tiger milk replacer. You can't buy that. And so it's not a sufficient diet. And they end up with all kinds of bone issues. There's paper shell bones that easily break and rotten teeth and bad eyes and just not pretty at all. Cats are like, woohoo, breakfast time! Oh my gosh, we're so excited! We're running from lockout to lockout. So, in 2016 or 2017, maybe 2017, I guess it was 2017, we did a ton of dental work on her, on Gabrielle, to fix and pull all of those broken, rotten teeth. And she was out for the full extent of the time that we can keep them under. It's only safe, never safe, but you just can't keep them sedated more than 3 hours. And during that exam, they discovered a mass because she had finally, been fed right and was getting into more of a proper weight. But she was 21 years old, and we just didn't want to cut open a 21-year-old cat who was otherwise doing well. So a few weeks ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, Michael Heath loves Gabrielle, and he was taking pictures of her when she was out on vacation rotation, and he discovered that the mass has now burst through her skin, so it's got to be removed. We can't have that. It's going to get infected and she'll start getting sick. So as much as we are scared to death of sedating this ancient tiger and cutting her open, That's how we're going to be spending our morning. So I'm just out here killing time until they actually sedate her. Tiger Lily was born 4/30/95. I think she might be our oldest cat. I need to check on that. Actually, I know who our oldest cat is. I'm not real sure right now. Another reason that keepers stay with cats while they're eating is because vultures will come down and start intimidating them. Even though we have that wire, that small mesh around it, so that the vultures can't get their heads in to get the food, they still scare the cats off. She's watching you with one eye behind her back.
Look at that, I know.
It's just not normal. It's not normal.
Told her she needs to turn so she can get a better camera shot. She said no, that was her best side.
Is this the best part of your day?
Yeah, all of it is being here.
Most people really love seeing the cats eat.
They like it. It's their happy time.
We were discussing at the coordinator meeting which lockout Zucari should be fed in, and Zucari said he thought he should be fed in all of them.
Yes.
Got like 4 lockouts. I want to eat 4 times.
Future.
Oh, we're so excited.
Moving on to the big boys.
Oh, your tail's all peepy.
Ginger, you're next.
Behind her, you can see Zimba, who usually is too lazy to get up. And it looks like Rich might be going down there to feed Natalia, and Natalia certainly seems to think so, so we'll go see if that's the case.
Big pieces.
Goodness, that was rude. He's doing it as fast as he can.
Okay, okay. There you go. Good stuff. Get the good stuff.
surgery will be here at the Big Cat Rescue today. I guess I need to go turn that camera on.
Are you next? I don't think so. We're on the feeding tour.
It's Flat Cat. Where are you going with that? Live from Nigeria. Carol, it's hard for me to talk loud around the cats when they're eating. I don't want to upset them. In fact, I don't even want them to know I'm here because I'm not somebody who usually feeds them, so it makes them nervous. They think I'm trying to catch them. You know, I really don't know birds, Jody. I know some of the bird species that we have here are blue jays, seagulls, mockingbirds. Those guys drive me nuts because they imitate the cats, and I always think there's some cat loose. Lots of crows, vultures, ibis, white ibis. Last night I posted a 360 video of the white ibis with a really unusual ritual that they have every night. You have to check that out. Yes, the black leopard is in the witness protection program, so he's not one that I can focus on for you guys until we have clear ownership of him. The Ohio Department of Agriculture has been fighting his owners who had him illegally. They've been fighting them for 4 years, and the owners keep filing appeals, which just drags through the court system, and they've lost every appeal so far, but they've got their last appeal now before the Supreme Court, and as soon as the Supreme Court has time to hear that, you know, the courts are also backlogged, then we feel sure that Ohio will win, because they always win, because they were in the right in the first place. They wouldn't seize the cats if the guy legally had them. And then you guys will get to meet those 4 witness protection cats that I always have to turn away from. All of our big cats are locked out of their feeding lockouts when we feed them, and some of the slappy cats like him, who are just constantly batting at you the whole time you're trying to put the food in, have to be locked out as well. They just knock the food all over the place because they get so excited. Oh, that's so yummy. Oh my gosh. You're such a lucky cat. All right, everyone, I gotta go turn on cameras and get everything ready, but I just wanted you guys to get a little bit of happiness this morning since we had so much scariness coming up later. Bye-bye.